Morning, everyone. My name is Oketume Umazino, but you can call me Zino. And no, I am not related to Zinoliski in any way, and I do not have concert tickets for you. So now that that is out of the way, my name is Zino again, and I'll be your moderator for this session. Today's session is a very special session because of two things. We've not had a general session like this since the onboarding, and this session is one that I really hold dear to my heart because it has changed my life in more ways than I can explain. But before we dive into today's session and introducing the facilitator, I would like to do a little check to just see how the last few weeks has been for you. If you've been a member of the Tech Fellowship, how has it been for you? So because of time, really, I would just take two people who would unmute their mic and just share in 30 seconds. So introduce yourself, what track you are on, and how it has been for you so far. So let's go. Anybody from data analytics, product design, front end, back end, just introduce yourself and tell us how the program has been for you so far. If there is no one, I would hold your facilitators responsible. Harry,
Um,
please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Patrick, and it's a great honor to be here. I'm from front end development section, and it has been so far. It has been really, really educative, and I can say my knowledge in front end has really, really advanced. You understand from what I used to know. At least I can boldly say, at least 50% in based on what I've learned and what I've acquired so far. And at least, yeah, that's it so far.
Thank you so much, Harry. It's great to hear that this program has been a lesson to you. And this is just the beginning. I think you still have about 2 months to go. So um the sky is the beginning. Because of time, I would quickly run through what the aim of this session is. The Future Tech Fellowship soft skill sessions are meant to give you more than just technical skills. So a lot of people in the world today, they have technical skills, but they do not have soft skills. They do not have the soft skills required for them to navigate the workplace and their career generally. And that is why Future Tech Fellowship has deemed it very important that every month there should be a soft skill session that would help the training. So that being said, I'll be introducing today's facilitator. Today's facilitator is one that is very dear to my heart, right? In the last 3 to 4 years since we met, she has become a mentor, a friend, a big sister. In fact, I can go on and on. But more than who she is to me personally, Ibijoke Faseun is a fintech leader, leadership consultant, and youth development advocate with over 17 years of experience. She's the founder of Shift Up Africa and is very passionate about helping young people build the right mindset, skills, and direction for career success. Her sessions are practical, engaging, and focused on helping individuals take ownership of their growth and future. So please, with a digital standing ovation, join me as I welcome or hand over the mic to Ibijoke Grace Fashion. Please, over to you, ma. Please don't stop clapping, please.
Hello. Thank you so much, Zeno. Hello, everyone. I can see Harry, Musa, Hamad, Prince, Abdullahi, Joe. Who else is on the call? Bandado, interesting. Prince, Shuaib, good to see everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much, Future Man, for this opportunity. I'm very, very grateful. And I'm always very excited to have the opportunity to speak with young people, because I'm very, very optimistic about the fact that you have so much ahead of you, so much opportunities to be able to build yourself. Okay? All right. I see we have a hand raised up. Abdullahi, do you want to say something? All right. So very quickly, I want to just get a feel across the room to know where some of you are from, and just drop it in the chat. Just want to hear, just drop your name and where you're from. I want to get a feel of the room and what we have across the room. Yeah, so your name, your first name, and what city that you're joining from. Eric, wow, Eric from Ghana. Interesting. This is a global fellowship. We have Ahmad from Kasina State. Nice. Patrick. Hello, Patrick. Patrick from Kano. We have Habib from Kaduna. We have Chibuna Joe from Abia State. We have Musa Adam from Kano. Uchenna from Abuja. Victor from Ebonyi State. Prince from Oyo State. We have Lawal Ida. Lawal Ida, where are you from? Okay, from Kasina. Sharif from Gombe State. Interesting. So Sharif, we have Gombe State, Kastina State, Oyo, Ebonyi, Abuja, Kano, Abia, Abuja, Ghana. Quite a wide mix across the room. Now, today's session that I'll be taking you on is sound mindset for career success. Sound mindset for career success. I strongly believe that there is a reason why you all have taken your Saturday morning that you're supposed to be resting to come. You've come here this morning, not because you don't have something else you can be doing. You've come here because you want something. You want to be able to achieve something. But as we can see, everybody here has come from a different background, has come from different homes, have come from different parents, have come from different states. You've had different role models in your life. So everybody here has come from different backgrounds. And because we've all come from different backgrounds, that means that we all have different perspectives. That means we all have different mindset. That means we all have different way of life. That means we all have different approaches to challenges. The backgrounds that we have, the place we have come from, the people that raised us up, the cities that we grew in has a great influence on where we are today. So where you are today is strongly tied to your background, is strongly tied to where you have come from. So I want you to fasten your seatbelts because we're going to have a very interesting session today. I want to believe that some of you are here because you want to be successful in your career. Some of you are here because you want to understand, how can I make a living? How can I get my first job? How can I enter the IT space? There are many reasons why we are all here today. And one very important thing that we'll be sharing today is, how can you develop a sound mindset? How can you develop the courageous ability? How can you develop what it takes to achieve career success? I want you to see your career as a vehicle. So imagine that your career is a vehicle and your mindset is the engine. Your career is what? The vehicle, and your mindset is the engine. So let's say you've gone to Oxford University, you've gone to Harvard, you've gone to some of the best university in the whole world. And remember that that is now like the car. So let's say you have a very beautiful car. You have for some people, it could be a Range Rover. Your career might be like a Range Rover. Your career might be like a G-Wagon. What other cars do we have out there? Please help me. I know you Gen Zs, you have some of the top cars in mind. Imagine, I want you to drop what your career is on the chat, in the chat group. Let's see what it is. So your career is like a, oh, okay. Joe says it's a Lexus. Joe's career is a Lexus. Eric's career is a Cybertruck. Nice. Okay, Lamborghini. I love that. Okay, so we have cyber careers, we have Batmobile. Interesting. I'm hearing that for the first time. Okay, so we have Batmobile careers, we have Lamborghini careers, we have Lexus careers, we have GLK careers. There are many careers out there. Now, what are these careers without, what are these vehicles without the engine? So imagine putting an engine that is not working, or imagine putting the engine of a motorcycle in a G-Wagon or a Lamborghini. What will happen to that vehicle? Tell me in the chat, what will happen to that vehicle? What would happen to that vehicle that is a Lamborghini or a Cybertruck that has a motorcycle engine inside? It won't work. The capacity of the vehicle, yes, it won't move at all, right? It will not work. Thank you. I love the engagement with you all here. It won't work. What we are beginning to see is we have the challenge of people who have Cybertrucks, but engines that are not working. People who have Lexus, but with a motorcycle engine, it would not move and it will not work. Your career is like that Cybertruck. Your career is like that Lexus. Your career is like that Batmobile. While your mind is like the engine. Your mind is the engine. So no matter how well schooled you are, no matter how much coding you can do, no matter how connected your daddy is, and in some cases, not even connected at all, no matter how much of this exists, if your mindset is not working for you, it will not have any value. You will not be able to move. You will not be able to progress. You would not be able to excel. There is a story I always like talking about. There's a man, his name is Bruce Lipton. And there's a popular quote by some monks. And what those monks usually say is, give me a child until he is 7 years old and I will show you the man. Give me a child until he is what? 7 years old and I will show you the man. The reason why those monks could boldly say that is because they realize that anything that is done to a child, anything that is said to a child, anything that is modeled to a child between the ages of 0 and 7 determines who they will be in life, how successful they will be in life, and what they'll be able to achieve in life. Anything that happens to somebody between the ages of 0 and 7 strongly influences the rest of their life. Why does this happen? As a child, we have something that our brain is in a state that is not yet fully formed. So when we are children, children learn a lot by absorbing. They learn a lot by observing their environment. They learn a lot by looking at what other people are doing. So you don't have to teach a child much. A child is able to just observe and download programming to be able to excel and be able to operate in the environment that they are growing in. So by the time children are 7 years old, they have downloaded the habits of the people around them. They have downloaded the mindset of the people around them. They have downloaded, in some cases, the work ethics of the people around them. So if the programming that happened, the mindset programming that happened to you between the ages of 0 and 7 was a programming that included parents that were courageous, was a programming that included people that said you could do well and you could make it, was a programming where you were modeled success, you were modeled growth, you already have a great foundation, a great mindset, and a great start to life. However, not every one of us had the fortunate opportunity to go through childhood and have the programming that was courageous, have the programming that could believe anything, have the programming that could overcome any challenges infused into us. So many people came into adulthood with self-doubt. Many people came into adulthood with, am I good enough? Many people came into adulthood with a lot of poor mindset baggage that rather than now enable their career success, sabotages their career success. So my goal today is to be able to work with you to understand what mindset you already embody and how you can start rechanneling your mindset for career success. I want to believe that we all want to be successful. Everybody in this room wants to be successful, right? And first thing that I've already shared with you, there is a programming, there is a mindset programming that happens before the age of 7. And that mindset programming needs to be understood so that you can understand how to realign your mindset to help you succeed in your career. Let me give you a quick example before I move forward. So there's this story of the elephant. Now, when you look at the picture of some big elephants and you see how those elephants are tied down, you realize that the rope that they use to tie these elephants to the ground are usually very tiny ropes, very, very tiny ropes. But these elephants are very big and gigantic. So somebody wondered, how come that an elephant that is big and gigantic have this kind of massive structure is tied down by a very tiny rope with a small stick to the ground? The person was now told that what happens is when those elephants are children, they usually tie them with a rope to a very strong iron to the ground. So they try to get themselves out of that place. And because they're not able to get themselves out of that place, by the time they reach a certain age, they believe that they can no longer come out of that place. What then happens then is that by the time they are now adults, because they've been programmed to believe that they cannot go beyond a certain level, they now use a rope that is very small to tie them. But because they already have a locked mindset to the fact that they cannot escape, they stay there. So what is limiting this elephant is no longer the rope. What is limiting this elephant is no longer the stick. What is limiting this elephant is what? It is his mindset. The programming that has happened in the mind of that elephant when that elephant was a child. Now, because that elephant has tried to escape several times, but because they couldn't escape, they now believe they can no longer achieve much and they can never live where they are in life. Unfortunately, remember I told you that a programming happens 0 to 7 with a lot of people, everybody. That programming has already framed how people see themselves. That programming has already framed what people think they can achieve, how much they can earn. Some people even have a programming that if you have too much money, you are a bad person. Some people have the programming that if you speak in a meeting, it is not good. So even though some people wanted to tell you about how the last few weeks of this program has been, when Zeno said, somebody unmute your mic and tell us how the last few program has been, people were waiting for who's going to talk first. Maybe if I talk, I'll look stupid. It's all about the mindset. It's all about how we are able to build a Lamborghini engine for the Lamborghini career that we want to achieve. So I'm not going to belabor this point anymore. And I'm going to move on very quickly to how can you start changing your mindset for career success. There's a very popular quote that says, as a man thinks, so is he. As a man thinks, so is he. The thoughts that you think are the mirrors of your action. The thoughts that you think are the mirrors of your action. So if your mind is constantly filled with self-doubt, if your mind is constantly filled with, what if I'm not good enough? If your mind is constantly filled with thoughts that contradict where you want to be in life, the outcome you would experience is what you are thinking. The outcome you will experience is what you are thinking. So let me tell you, if you go through this Future Map program and you're excited about all the training and you're excited about all the learning, but you do not believe in yourself, and you do not believe that it's possible for you to actually become a successful practitioner in the track that you are on, no matter how much learning you have done, you would always anchor back to your base mindset. You will always anchor back to your base mindset. So without a new way of thinking, progress will stand still. And without the discipline of thought, transformation cannot occur. So the question today is, how can I change the way I think? How can I adopt a new mindset that would help me excel in my career? And I'm going to take you through three essential things. Number one is the strategy. Number two is the weapon. And number three, allies. Now, I want you to imagine that you have to go to war, okay? Let's imagine that you have to go to war. Now, if you are going to war, what are some of the things that you would do to prepare for war? And I would like to hear some of your comments in the chat. Let's say you're going to war now. What are some of the things that you would do to prepare for that war? Let's share our thoughts in the chat. Let's assume that we are going to war now, and you have been told, everybody, you need to prepare for war. What are some of the things that you must do to ensure that you win the war? Okay, I'm looking at the messages. You get your arsenal together. Very important. You get your arsenal together. Thank you, Joe. Harry says, get equipped and be psychologically ready. Habib says, gather allies. Very, very important. Gather allies. What else is important for you to do? What else is important? I'd like to hear more thoughts across the room. Gather trusted team and premium weapon. Then develop the right mindset to win. Thank you so much. And you have said this all, I must say. Try to understand the capacity of my opponent. Hamza, very true. Very true. Train yourself first. Very essential. Very, very important. And I really like what I'm seeing here. Train yourself first. Try to understand the capacity of your opponent. Develop the right mindset to win. Believe that you can win. Believe in yourself and believe it is possible. Gather the trusted team and get your premium weapons. Understand the kind of war you are going into. Ibrahim, wisdom, very essential. It's important to understand the kind of war you are going into. Now, anytime you make a decision to work on your mind, anytime you make a decision to try to improve how confident you are, to try to improve how you approach the world, to try to improve how you see your career and grow, I can assure you that there would be a battle. There would be war. In some cases, the war could be comfort zone war. The only reason why some people are not just able to succeed in their career is just that they don't have the level of hunger to come out of their comfort zone. They are just too comfortable. AC is blowing on your head, your uncle is paying the bills, things are still okay. So it's okay to just stay smelling a bit. Comfort zone. So let me go in a bit on the war. Anytime you want to go into war, you must understand that there would be battle. Anytime you want to work on your mind, anytime you make a decision that I'm going to be a different person, I'm going to work on my mindset. And why is this a war? This is a war because a lot of the things you are trying to change has been entrenched into your mind as a child. So trying to change who you are now means that you are going to battle against your past self. Means that you are going to battle against your habits of things that you have done over and over and over again. So anytime you make a decision that you want to work on your mindset so that you can have a better career, you must realize that it is not child's play. And you must give it that level of seriousness. That level of seriousness. And I'm going to draw from some of the things that you all have said. It is important to gather your arsenal, your weaponry, your tools. What are the weapons and what are the tools that would help me develop a strong mindset? What strategy would help me cultivate the mindset that would help me achieve my career goals, that will help me succeed in my business, that would help me overcome these challenges? What allies do I need? Who are the people that I need? What kind of environment do I need to build? Another thing is, what kind of guards do I want to put up? So let's focus on these three things: the strategy, the weapons, and the allies. So let's go to strategy. Let's go to the strategy. So why do we need a strategy? We need a strategy because you want to build a mindset that would help you address some of the war that you would face with the mind. And one of the key words is past failures. Some of the battles that people face is, I've failed before. What if I fail again? I've tried this thing. I've done this course before. What if it doesn't work? I've applied for 50 jobs. I've had 20 rejections. What if nobody accepts me? One of the reasons why a lot of people are not able to move forward is just because of past failures. Things that they have not done well haunt them. The second thing is comparison war. Some of us compare ourselves with, look at this other person, he's doing that other person is doing this. And because we get to compare, we stay crippled. Another war that a lot of people have to tackle is the mental overload. People have so many things going on in their mind. They're not able to organize their mental files properly. And because of that, what happens when your phone, when the storage of your phone is full, it begins to misbehave, or your laptop, let's say that the memory capacity is full, it stops working. You're not functioning well. Your mind is not able to function well to maximize what you want to do to achieve your career success. For some people, it's unforgiveness. And unforgiveness is like a poison that eats at you, not the person that you're angry at. So there are many things that we have to forgive. You could be forgiving yourself, you could be forgiving others. For some people, it's their habit. I'm used to smoking, or I'm used to drinking, or I'm used to waking up late, or I'm used to not preparing for my interviews, or I'm used to just getting jittery whenever certain things happen. For some people, it's just self-sabotage. There are a lot of wars that are out there, and it's very important to understand, as somebody said, what am I fighting against? What war am I really fighting against? So I'm going to go into the strategy now. And there are 7 approaches to this strategy, and I'd like you to take notes. The first one is, have a clear picture of what you want to achieve. Have a clear picture of what you want to achieve. Many people say they want career success. Many people start a journey of training themselves, but they have never taken the time to visualize what they want out of it. And when I say have a clear picture of what you want to achieve, let's say it is 1 year's time from now, we'll fast forwarded 365 days from now, and you see yourself 365 days from now. I want to ask you, where are you working? I want you to write it down. Where are you working? Where am I working right now? Write it down. Where am I working? Number 2, what am I earning? Write it down somewhere. What am I earning? Imagine that price, that salary you're earning. And I don't want you to limit yourself. Imagine that you had no limits. All things were possible to you. Why am I working and what am I earning? Until you have a clear picture of where you are going to, every action that you take will not be aimed towards a clear purpose. Miles Morrow once said that when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. When you don't have a clear picture of what you want to achieve, what success you want to see, it will be difficult for you to build yourself towards achieving that. So it's very important to have a clear picture of where do I want to be. Yes, I want career success. Yes, I want to be able to become a developer. I want to be a QA, whatever it is. Where are you working? What are you earning? And what kind of work environment are you enjoying? It's important that you have that clear picture. So you write it somewhere. So number 1, know where you want to be. Have a clear picture of where you want to be. Number 2, the second thing that is very important. So let's say, for example, in 1 year's time, I want to be earning 2 million naira. In 1 year's time, I want to be working as a developer for one of the top 5 fintech companies in Nigeria. So let's say that's my goal. In 1 year's time, I want to be working for one of the top 5 fintech companies in Nigeria as a developer, and I want my salary to be 2 million naira. So that is going to be, for example, my goal. It's important that you write your own clear goal. So remember, that's strategy number 1. Have a clear picture of where you want to go to. Have a clear picture of where you want to go to. Because when you have a clear picture of where you want to get to, your mind begins to work with you to get there. Number 2, identify 5 key thoughts that, if you think it consistently, would make that dream possible. Identify 5 key thoughts that, if you think consistently, will make that possible. And I want to write those 5 key thoughts down. So let's say, for example, I'm earning 2 million naira in the next 1 year. One of my key thoughts would be, I'm so happy and excited now that 2 million naira has entered my bank account. Another key thought is, I'm so happy and excited now that I'm a valued developer in the industry. So those are already 2 examples of key thoughts that you can adopt. So I want you to write 5 key thoughts that, if you thought consistently, would strengthen you and help you to achieve that vision that you have drawn out. So remember that the first thing is what? Having a clear picture. The second thing is what? Identifying the thoughts that you need to think that would help you get there. So one of the challenges that a lot of people have is when they have a big vision or something they want to achieve in their career or a job they want to go for, a lot of thoughts start coming. What if you fail? What if they don't review your CV? What if they reject you? What if you're not good enough? What if you get the job and they even sack you? So what happens is we allow these thoughts into our consciousness. And as we allow these thoughts into our consciousness, these thoughts divide our ability. These thoughts limit our ability to be able to achieve our goals. So when you understand that every time you have a big picture, a big vision, a dream of something you want to achieve, and you know that certain thoughts will try to sabotage it, what we are doing here is for you to identify the thoughts that you can think that would help you achieve it instead. So remember, the first one is to have a clear picture. And number 2 is to identify 5 key thoughts that, if you think repeatedly and consistently, would help you achieve your goal. Now, number 3, as you have thought of that big picture, and that big dream, I want you to identify some of the fears you're having about it and write those 5 fears down. Write those 5 fears down. So remember, you have a big picture. You've thought of 5 thoughts that can help you achieve it. Now think of 5 thoughts or 5 fears that come to mind every time you think of your dream, and write those 5 things down. I'm going to take a quick pause here to check if we are following and we are taking notes. Let me start with Harry. Harry, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. So what's number 1? Harry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All the strategy now. So what's number
I'm like,
Okay. Let me go to somebody else. Who can volunteer? What's number 1?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Hi, Joe. Thank you. Let's go. So what's number 1? Joe, you're muted.
Oh, okay. So sorry for that. You said number
Yes, sir.
1. Can you hear me?
It's loud and clear.
Okay. So you said that number one strategy is to have a clear picture of what you want to achieve, what I want to achieve. Now, in the next 1 year, where do I want to work? In the next 1 year, what kind of salary am I expecting or do I want to earn? So having a clear picture of these things will help us to achieve our goals, our dreams.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Joe. Who would like to tell us the second one? I believe we have people with confidence and strong mindset here. So I want to see volunteers. Who is going to take the second one?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. The second one is to identify 5 key thoughts that if you think you will make it possible to achieve your goal.
Beautiful. 5 key thoughts if you think will make it possible. Derek, would you like to share with us one thought that you think, if you think consistently, would make your picture possible?
I'm yet to identify it.
Okay. Have you thought
Yeah.
about where picture is for you?
What? Sorry, can you?
About what the picture is for you in 1 year's time?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Very good. Okay. All right, let's move to the last person. I saw a hand raised up. Who was that? Was that Adamu? I saw somebody raise their hand.
Yeah, it's Uche now.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Uche, what's the third one?
Yeah, I think the third one is just the opposite of the positive thoughts. So fears that will kind of limit us from achieving this goal.
100%. So what are some of the fears that could limit you, Chinna, if you think about it?
Well, personally, the fear that I'm currently facing now is understanding all these languages. So it's like they're from another planet. And if you talk to other people, they will say they've been on it for like 5-10 years ago. So you that is just joining, you're finding it difficult to understand concepts, languages, and also bringing them to, into the magic world. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. So if you could reframe that thought, what would be the opposite of that thought if you could reframe it?
I think it's to face my fear now and continue to see how to overcome it.
Okay. So the word try can be limiting. So let's say the fear right now is this language is too difficult for me to understand. If I'm going to frame it, the opposite will be, I understand these concepts very easily. Okay? I understand these concepts very easily. These concepts are easy for me to understand. So that would be a way to reframe it. Joe, I saw your hand raised up. Do you want to share something else?
No, okay, just on the third one to identify the fear. So my own fear is most times that I'm not too good enough. That most times the fear that I normally have.
I'm not good enough. So if you could
Yeah.
reframe, what would be the opposite of that fear?
Reframing it is I am good and I'm capable to achieve anything to do it.
Correct. I'm good enough and capable to achieve anything, and I can do it. Now, thank you so much for sharing that example, Joe, and thanks to Uchenna as well and Sherry for your comments. Now, what I want you to understand is that your mind is so powerful and your thoughts are so powerful that whatever you think, you bring to life. So if you do not want anything to exist in your life, if you not want anything to exist in your environment, if that thought comes to your mind, you immediately change it, substitute it. Don't try and stop it, because when you are trying to stop bad thoughts or negative thoughts, it is difficult and you keep thinking about them because you are just trying to suppress it. But what you then do is immediately change it for that very powerful one that you just shared, Joe. I'm capable, I'm good enough, I'm excellent. And I think Zainab in the chat, she dropped I'm exceptional as well. So I'm glad that we're following. Number one is have a clear picture of where you want to be in 1 year's time. So you're working towards a clear purpose. Number two is identify 5 thoughts that if you keep thinking them consistently, it would empower you and strengthen you. Number 3 is identify your current fears. List those fears. And when you list those fears, write the exact opposite of them. And also ensure that you only allow the opposite of them in your mind. So anytime any of those fears come to mind, immediately change them for the opposite of them. Because as a man thinks, so is he. When you allow thoughts of self-doubt, they will sabotage you. When you allow thoughts of I'm not good enough, there's even something about our thoughts communicating itself to our environment. So when we are allowing thoughts of fear in our hearts, it finds its way into our environment. Do you know that there are sometimes a dog will see you and the dog will know that you're afraid and it will start chasing you? But there are sometimes a dog will see you and the dog like, this one is too confident, and even animals, they back off. So your thoughts has energy. Your thoughts carry energy, and energy produces. So if you do not want certain thing to produce in your life or your environment, do not allow that thought to have a place in your mind. So it's very important. Remember, it's a war, it's a battle, right? It's a what? It's a war and it's a battle. So you're not taking it lightly with any thought that has been messing around your mind, desecrating around your mind, shitting there everywhere. You have to start cleaning your mind. You have to start dusting it up. Imagine your mind as a garden. You not just allow anything to drop, because you want that garden to grow and bear fruitful seeds and products. So anytime weeds, negative thoughts, negative comment drops, quickly uproot it and sow the right seeds in there. Well done. So we've done number 1, number 2, number 3, and I've actually even touched on number 4. Number 4 is write the opposite of your current fears. Write the opposite of your current fears. So we've done that. So that's number 4. So remember, you now have 4 things in your arsenal. Number 1, a picture of where you want to be in 1 year's time. Number 2, 5 thoughts that you would think over and over again. Number 3, your current fears that are limiting you. Number 4, the opposite of the current fears that are limiting you. Now, all of these things, you would now take them. What you are doing gradually is you are beginning to build your arsenal. The arsenal that would help you build the mind that would make you that exceptional developer, that will make you that exceptional front-end engineer, that will make you that exceptional QA, that will make you that exceptional data analyst, that will make you that exceptional AI expert. That dream that you have in your mind, it is possible, but it's essential that you build these arsenals that as you work towards them, the things that would stop you, sabotage you, you address them quickly. Number 5, all these things, so the 5 thoughts that you want to be thinking consistently and the opposite of your fears that you now also want to repeat consistently, you are going to write them down. You are going to write them down. and repeat them to yourself. That's number 6. Repeat them to yourself morning and night. Remember that what you are trying to change is a mindset that has been built over many years. A mindset that has been built over many years. And changing that, one of the ways to change is repetition. So if you start today and you are not consistent, you'll sabotage your effort. You just go back. You just anchor back. But when you repeatedly do something, what begins to happen is you start creating a new version of yourself as you do something repeatedly. So those stuff that used to come to your mind, once they come, you just you bat it off with the right thoughts. Over time, you begin to realize that the way you even talk to yourself starts to change. You begin to realize that the things you say to other people about yourself starts to change. You say, Omo, it ain't hard, oh, we dey suffer for this economy, oh. Before you realize it, the way you speak starts to change. You begin to align your words to the picture of the future you want to see. Because out of your heart, out of your mind flows the issues that you would experience in your life. So any issue you do not want to experience in your life, don't allow it in your mind. So I've given you 6 of the arsenals now, and the last one I said, repeat it. And one very good time to repeat things is early in the morning and late in the night. You know why? Early in the morning, your subconscious mind is a bit pliable. Remember that your subconscious mind has been framed by the time you were a child. So early in the morning, your subconscious mind is very pliable. And that's why whenever you wake up in the morning, and the first thing you're thinking about is the problems of this world, or the money that is not enough, or the first thing you're thinking about is how you might fail. My brother, you are programming your future. You are coding into your future the things you want to see. But whenever you wake up and the first thing you allow in your mind are the thoughts of the things that you want to build your future with, you are also creating. You are creating a new version of yourself. So the things that you do when you first wake up and when you're about to go to bed influence how your mind is being designed. So it's very important that you consistently work on your mind and do it repeatedly. Have that vision of where you want to go to. There's a scripture that says that as far as your eyes can see, that's what you would get. As far as your eyes can see, whatever you can't see, you can't attain. So until you see it, you won't be able to attain it. My last point is number 7. Please stay with it. Sometimes it will be hard. Sometimes it will be challenging. Sometimes it will be stressful. Sometimes it will feel like you're not seeing the result, but stay with it. That's your strategy. Now, out of this strategy, you've now developed some arsenals. Somebody dropped in the chat earlier that you have what? Arsenals. You've designed some arsenal. And one of the things that will be in your arsenal is your vision board. Your vision board. A clear picture of the things that you want to see in your life. Number 2 is your affirmations. As I took you through that strategy, I've shown you how you can design the things that you start saying to rewire your mindset for career success. Number 3 is your morning and night practice. As I said, morning and night, these are arsenals that you can start using to reframe your mind. Morning and night, ensure that you do not allow thoughts of worries, thoughts of challenges to rob you of. Okay, so for the weapons, the first one is vision board. The second one is affirmations. The third one is morning and night practice. Remember, I told you that your subconscious mind is pliable early in the morning and late at night. And that's why it's also important that you guard the gates of your mind. Guard your heart with all diligence. If you do not guard the gates of your mind, any and everything would enter. A city without walls is a city in trouble. A life without walls is a life in trouble. Some people think that, don't worry, I feel bounce. No. Whatever you do not want in your city, don't open your gates to it. Don't open your mind to it. And please, some of you might feel like this is sounding motivational, but your mind is a principal instrument that determines whether you'll be successful, you'll be a success, or you'll be a failure. Your mind is a principal instruments that will determine whether you will get your next job or you would not get your next job. Your mind is a principal instrument that will determine whether you will pass that next exam or you would not pass it. So it's very important that you take these arsenals that I'm giving you and embed it into the practice of your mind. I've seen it work for a lot of people. I've seen people go from 0 to 100. I've seen people who have gone to schools abroad but struggle to get a job, and all that was just the problem was their mind. They had the access, they had the wealth, but it was just their mind. So your mind is very critical. Now, the fourth tool, I call it the hijack moment tools. And let me tell you a bit about the hijack moment tools. Do you know that there are sometimes you just start feeling unhappy and down and you don't know what's going on? What has happened is, or you will start procrastinating on the things that are very important to you. Let's say that you are supposed to send your CV somewhere, but you just keep procrastinating. Or you're supposed to update your LinkedIn profile, but you just keep procrastinating. Or you're supposed to reach out to some friends to give you some guidance about the job, but you just keep procrastinating. You're procrastinating not because you're lazy. You're procrastinating because there is a hijack going on. There is a fear that is going on in your mind, subconscious layer. You might not even be conscious about it. That is making you feel that it will not be worth it, or you're not good enough, or you'll be rejected. So because that script is running in your mind, is impacting your ability to do what you need to do. And that's why you're procrastinating. So what then happens for you to be able to use your hijack moment tools is you can identify 3 things that happens to you frequently. Maybe procrastination. Maybe just feeling I'm not good enough. And then ask yourself, every time I feel this way, what are the things that I want to say to myself to overcome this hijack? Have that thing written somewhere. And the last one I will say is meditation. Meditation is a practice that has been seen to help a lot of people, that has been seen to silence the noise that goes on in our mind and help us center on the things that are important to us. So it's beautiful that you develop a meditative practice. I'll start wrapping up because of time. And I'll wrap up on the concept of allies. You know, we talked about allies. We talked about the weapon. I've shared the strategy with you. I've shared the weapon with you, and then allies. You are a reflection of the people that are closest to you. And if you are the most successful of the people that are around you, then it's time to start changing your circle. Because if you want to excel in life, you need to surround yourself with people that are going in the direction that you want to go into. And that's why I'm glad that you are all a part of this Future Map Fellowship, where you've surrounded yourselves with the right people that have the kind of mindset of the place that you want to go to and the place that you want to head. It's important that you surround yourself with the right people. What happens without allies at war? You are exposed. The second thing is your environment. Let your environment start reflecting where you want to go to, who you want to be. Create an environment that makes it easy for you to study. Create an environment that makes it easy for you to be consistent. Create an environment that makes it easy for you to improve good habits. It's very, very important. There are a couple of books that are very good if you want to read further about your mind, because we can't deal with the issue, with the mindset issue. We can't complete everything in a 1 hour, 30 minutes class. So a couple of books that I recommend is The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. It's a very good book. It takes you deeper into your mind and helps you understand how you can start aligning your mind to help your career success. Another good book is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. As a Man Thinketh by James Allen is also a very, very good book that can help you to start rewiring your mind. And then I'll leave it at those 2 for now. If you can get those 2 materials, they are free and they are available online, and you can go through them. I think another one is The Power of Positive Thinking. There's a book with The Power of Positive Thinking. You can also access it on YouTube, and it's also free online. But when you start using this strategy and these arsenals, you begin to realize that your mind aligns with your goals, and it helps you to achieve the things that you want to achieve more consistently, more consciously, and more powerfully. Is that correct English? And in a more powerful way. All right, thank you very much. At this junction, I'd like to just get your thoughts. What is one thing that you've been able to learn from this session? One thing that you've been able to take out? Just drop it in the chat group. One thing that you've been able to learn from this session, or one thing that you start doing differently to help you build a mindset that would help you achieve career success. I want to see your comments. Thank you, everybody. What's that thing that you're going to start doing differently to build the mindset that would help you achieve career success? Okay, positive mindset. Thank you, Habib. Yep. Face my fears. Thank you, Sikirat. Sikirat has said that she face her peers. All right. Let's hear some more, or let's see some more. Drop it in the chat. What is that one thing that you're going to start doing? I'm going to be consistent. I hear being constant, being consistent. I'm going to take my affirmations very seriously. The first strategy is really helpful, and I'm already working on it. Excellent, Joe. Create that clear of where you want to be. Maintaining positive thoughts. Thank you, Ndejiobi. I hope, okay, Lillian, I believe I can pronounce that a lot better. Then I'll be saying, I'm not going to let my fears define me, and I'm going to stop procrastinating. Hamza says, positive mindset and hang my fears. Hamza is going to hang his fears. Thank you so much. Consistency and stepping beyond my fears. I'm very positive and I'm very build a positive mindset. Have a clear picture where you want to be. You're going to smash it, and this time 1 year you're going to share your testimony with me. Thank you so much, and I want to say a big thank you to the organizers of this event, and to everybody, Mr. Ahmad Schwaibu as well, for this opportunity. Thank you, Zeno, Abdul, and the rest of the organizing team. I'll hand over back to you now.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mrs. Ibijoke. First of all, my apologies for the noise in my background, but I listened through this session, and believe me, this is not the first time I've listened to this. I've listened to this multiple times over the last couple of years, but each time I listen, there is always something to go back home with. It's always an amazing time. Thank you so much, Mrs. Ibijoke. For the sake of time, we'll just take 1 or 2 questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand so that we can quickly take the question while she's with us here. 30 seconds. If no one raises their hand in the next few seconds, the train is going. Yes, please, Abdullahi. Please go ahead. Abdullahi, please unmute your mic. Ahmad, Aliyu, please go ahead while Aliyu gets ready.
Good afternoon to you all. Thank you very much. It's a very excellent. What I wanted to say, please, I don't know if we can have a soft copy of this guideline, that it will help us a lot.
Okay. Zeno, work with me so that we can have that. Thank you.
All right, make that happen. We'll share that with you. Harry, please go ahead before we take Abdullahi's question in chat.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Ma, for the session. And according to the arsenal you gave, one of it is and that's the last meditation. So my question is, do you have, or what's are the mode or a specific pattern for the meditation? Because I kind of feel like, is it like safety with the morning and night practices, or there is a way, or if you have personal meditation procedure you can just share, so I'm just going, work with that.
Okay, I think that's a very good question. Now, I think there are different modes of meditation for many of us, especially with our various religious background, but there's also scientific meditation approach. For me, of my own faith, for me, sometimes it's just listening to worship, entering a moment of gratitude, and being silent with my thoughts, and just silent. What I'll do is I'll share some meditation practices with Zeno as well, alongside what I'll be sharing, so that you can look at it and see what you want to adopt. But it varies for everybody.
Thank you so much, Ari and Ali, for that question. Thank you for your response. I think Abdullah is asking, how can I save this platform permanent to my Gmail account? I'm not sure I understood the question. So Abdullah, you can send the question to your facilitator. They can compile it, and we can, she'll respond, and we'll compile the answers and share with you on the group. Let's take one more question from Farouk. Farouk, please go ahead.
This is a nice class. My question is that also I have a suggestion. Can this classes can this class be held like sometimes, like they can they fix it at times, not always, yeah, so that we'll be having more lessons to to do you get me right?
Yes. I understood your question.
Yeah,
Farouk, very good suggestion. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Very great suggestion. So one of our goals at Future Map is for you not to just have technical skills, but for you to also be equipped with soft skills. And so this is not a one-time class. It's going to be multiple classes over the next couple of months. So be prepared to have, amazing experts and speakers like Mrs. Ibijoke join us over the next couple of classes. Before we go, Future Map Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Zeno. Thank you very much, Mrs. Ibijoke. I think just like Zeno that I've mentioned, I also have had the opportunity to have listened to you a couple of times. And then every time it's always sound different in my own, particularly in my own art. And I want to, on behalf of Future Map team, thank you very much for your time. I know how busy you are, and then having to fix this with you, I think this happened over almost a month. To have to fix it with you. At some points I wanted to bring you on board. You're not in the country. You need to kind of rearrange or reschedule this session again. And for all our participants who have taken time to join, thank you very much for your time. We do really appreciate your time for joining. And I think one thing from our end is that we would like to take a screenshot. It's possible for some of us to probably open their cameras or not, if they are comfortable with that, to sort of kind of document this session. Thank you very much for your time once again. So Zeno, I don't help us with screenshot. I know Mubarak is on board, is going to help us with screenshot from his own end as well. Abdullah, from your own end as well, please. Let's have screenshot. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Abdul. Please, let's turn on our cameras. Fortunately, I can't turn on my camera right now. But please, let's turn on our cameras. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Mr. Gray. Thank you, Bunza. Thank you, Tony. Please, more of us should turn on our cameras. Let's put you on our Future Map platform, our global platform. Thank you, Farouk. Yes. This is amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Abdullah, you'll be taking a screenshot now. Please let us know when that is done. Abdullah. Thank you so much for joining today. Once again, if you have any questions, please, you can drop them on your group chat. We'll compile the questions, send to Mrs. Ibijoke. She would respond to them and we'll send back the responses to you. And as you asked, yes, she'll be sending today's guide to you so that you can read this and, embody this and let it be part of you, mind, body, and soul. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much and bye.